What does it mean to be on mission at work? In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what it means to be on mission at work and how that impacts not only in how you work, but the lives of others. Hi guys, my name is Billy Tate and I am doing a 30 days in front of the camera challenge where I have made a commitment to myself and to you to be in front of this camera for 30 days straight, talking about different aspects of my life and some of the different things that we do. Right now, we are on day 11, and I thought that today would be a good time to talk about what it means to be on mission at work. I'm in a very unique position because I'm a subcontractor and I get to travel all over the place visiting different businesses and seeing a very diverse group of people every single day. And it's amazing how many opportunities I actually get to be on mission. The Holy Spirit just puts opportunities in front of me. Now, what I mean by what does it mean to be on mission? I mean that I'm trying to be a light. I'm trying to emphasize my actions through the way that I behave. I'm trying to enact. I'm trying to pour into others, be genuine, and actually really care about people that I work with. It's a great way to build genuine relationships with people that you work with. Authentic, genuine relationships. I mean, it takes people from being more than just coworkers or people that you interact with for money to actually building relationships. And I've found, especially over the last 10 years, that it really builds trust. It opens the door for very meaningful conversations, allows people to open up about things that might be bothering them. It builds trust in your ability to actually do the right thing and do your job to the best of your ability. People are going to choose to confide in you and seek support. I've had multiple opportunities where people have shared information about relationships, about troubles with the workplace, major decisions, health battles. I've had the opportunity to walk along some people that are currently battling health issues, loved ones, wives that are battling health issues. And I've had the opportunity to share some of the close, intimate things that happen to me with people that I know through living in mission while I'm at work. I've been able to build relationships with people that I can confide the things that are bothering me. And I know that these people actually genuinely care. Another great thing that being on mission at work is it gives me the opportunity to pray with coworkers. You wouldn't believe, I haven't met anybody that has said no when you ask them, hey, can I pray with you? Or would you pray with me on this? Would you pray for me about this? Keep me in your prayers. Keep my wife in your prayers. Whatever it might be at that time. Now, obviously, you have to do that in an appropriate time and place. If you're in a sales job and you're out on the sales floor and you're selling records or whatever it might be, I'm not saying to, put yourself and your coworkers in an embarrassing situation, that it might be. Not that it is for someone like me. I'll pray anywhere, anytime. But you don't want to. You want to take your coworkers and the other customers and whatnot of whatever business you're in into consideration. But find appropriate times to be able to do that. Offering prayer, it communicates care and it encourages others and it creates an environment of hope and compassion. When you actually take the time to actually pray with someone, especially at work, people aren't really used to that. That's being on mission at work. That's being the light. That's inviting God into real problems, into real people's lives that might not know to go to God, might not be comfortable with that, might be in a state of anxiety or whatnot where the devil keeps them from actually taking that to God. And having somebody that you work with and trust come alongside you and take the time to actually care enough about them to take that to God and allow them to process that in a healthy way, I think is being on mission at work. Another thing of being a mission at work is living out your faith, being honest in everything that you do. In my business, it's a very hands-off type of business where there's not any supervision and there's a lot of trust, but I had to build that trust. Don't take advantage of it. Don't bill for things that aren't there. It's being on time. If I say that I'm going to be somewhere, I'm there. That's a huge thing. Here's the deal, guys. Especially in 2025, if you can be honest with your customers, tell them the truth, don't overbill them, and show up on time, you've got a huge advantage over a lot of other companies and people that are out there. And I cannot stress that enough, that being available and showing up on time and just being honest is going to pay off huge rewards. That's definitely biblical principles being put into practice, and that's living on mission while you're at work. As far as some examples, I don't want to give out any information and out anybody on this, but I've had, plenty of opportunities. Let's just do a hypothetical situation that a common practice in my line of work is you'll do work to a certain stock number, a unit of a vehicle, and someone will ask you, hey, can you put that over on this stock number because I have too much money into this stock number right here, but I got some money I can play with over here. Now, if a manager comes to me with that, or the owner of the business, yes, I'll go ahead and do that, just to try to help them out. But if you have like a coworker or an employee of the business come up to you and say, hey, will you go ahead and fix my windshield and go ahead and put it on a stock number of the vehicle? That's where I'm going to stop and say, hey, I don't have a problem doing that, but you're going to have to get the boss or the manager to approve that and tell me that that's okay. Just because we could get away with that does not mean that I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me for anything like that. That's living on mission. That's a biblical principle. I'm not going to steal. I'll be no thief. It's being on mission is a way to live out your faith every single day, to be the light. I want to encourage you to leave me some comments down below. Let me know how you're on mission at work. And are you on mission full time and you just happen to find work? For me, that's the way I look at it. I look at it as I'm leaving the house every single day, going on mission, and I'm going to find some work along the way. God's blessed me very, very well with that. I've developed some of the best friendships that are going to last a lifetime. And as these people that I work with move around to different businesses, they bring me along with it. So it only helps me expand my business. And that's the blessings that I get by living my faith and being the light and actually really caring for people, is I get to travel with them. And as if they leave the work, I still get that relationship with them. I'm very blessed to be able to have that, and very grateful to God for giving me the spirit to move on that when I see an opportunity to do that. I wanted to take a minute and pull up a couple of Bible scriptures here in the New Testament that speak directly to us on what it means to be on mission at work. The first one that I want to look at is Matthew 5, and that's going to be verse 16, and it says, in the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Guys, when we're the light and we're on mission at work and we're actually genuinely caring about people, people are going to notice that. And they're going to be like, what's different about that? Why would he do that? Why do I feel a certain way whenever I get the chance to work with this person? Or, no matter what goes wrong, this guy's got a positive attitude, or this gal is showing me compassion when I've just, when I really screwed up and I shouldn't be being treated like that. The end result of that is to give glory to God. Listen, we're human. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to not live up to the task. But when we invite God into that, he's going to shine. So I encourage you that just let your light shine before others. Be the light. The next one that I want to go into is in, I want to say Colossians. Yeah. Colossians 3:23. And what Paul's saying here is, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. What a novel concept, guys, that everything that we do within work, we should be doing it as if we're doing it for God, not for men. I promise you this, guys, that if you take that attitude and you work with integrity and you be the light and you show compassion for people that you work with, and you do it as if God is the boss, the monetary and the pleasure, not the pleasure, but the pleasing of men, of your bosses or whatever, your customers or clients, that's going to naturally come. How can it not? Everything that God does is for good. So if we let that spirit come into us and we live that out, that's just going to be a natural result. So I encourage you guys to be the light and to work heartily as for the Lord, not for men. All right, guys, this is Billy Tate coming to you from the 30-day challenge, day 11. We're going to be back here for day 12. I hope to see you guys there. Leave me a comment, once again, what you think it means to be on mission, how you're being a light in your workplace, and we'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day, and God bless.